Okay, so for the second part of the session, which is your COPO attainment, in the left hand side, once you log into our portal, in the left hand side, if you see, there is an option called LMS and CO attainment. Click on the first option, which is called My Courses. Now, the My Courses here, according to what NAC is also asking, the course refers to your subject, that is your paper. First, we need to add the details of the paper for which, the subject for which you are calculating the attainment. Now, there are two ways to add. One is adding it one by one. You just choose the academic year, subject name, subject code, and type theory, practical, certificate, and then add them. Now, if you want to add it in bulk, so you use the same format as given here, use the same thing, upload the Excel sheet. Now, in the Excel sheet, if there is an issue, it will show up under the error list. All the rows that are correct will automatically get uploaded. So, these are the two ways in which you can add the course details, that is your paper details. Once it is added, you will be able to see it in the table below here. Now, once the table is visible and everything is added, there are, you scroll to the right hand side, you find the second option here called marks. The first step is adding the subject details. The second step is to add the marks for the particular subject. Now let's say this is your subject survey 1, this is a demo subject. Now for this, let's say we are trying to calculate the attainment, because attainment is done per paper, right? Now for this particular paper, this, you click on this marks option. Same thing, adding marks, you can add it one by one or you can add it in bulk. Now, once you add it in bulk, if you click on that bulk upload, there is something called threshold marks. You will have to add the threshold marks here. Now, what is this threshold marks? Threshold marks is nothing but the minimum cutoff marks that you are considering for your paper. Now, let's say your paper is for, let's say internals is for 50 marks. Now, you might say threshold, my threshold will be let's say 15. So all students who are scoring more than 15 will be considered, 15 or more will be considered for your attainment calculation, because we are going to add the marks student wise. Now if you say my threshold marks is 1, any student who's getting more than 1 will be considered. So the threshold can be decided, institution level or department level, you can decide. So whatever threshold marks you give here, that will basically be your cutoff from which your marks will be considered for, or students will be considered for attainment. Now here if you see, you have academic year, course name, course code. Let me show you the components. If you see here, academic year, course name, course code, then you have type. Just a moment, let me see. Yeah. Now, here if you see, you have course name, course code. Then you have a column called CO. CO is nothing but which course outcome you are mapping it to. So, it can be CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4. So, up to like 3 or 4, COs you can add. Then there is something called assessment component. Now, what is this assessment component? What are the components that you are considering for attainment calculation? Generally, internal assessment marks, external assessment marks are considered, but sometimes institutions also consider like project work, seminar, extracurricular. So depending on what you have decided for attainment calculation, this can be changed. There is no hard and fast rule, but generally it is internal plus external. So if it is internal plus external, you have to add the component here. Internal assessment, then you write maybe internship, you might have component. So external you can write, so that is your component name. And for each component you need to add the student details. So internal assessment, let's say you have 20 students, how student 1 student to like the 10 students, you need to add their details, registration number, how much marks they have scored. Then there is something called assessment weightage. Now let's say we have considered two components, internal assessment and external assessment, and let's say it is 50% weightage, that is 50% weightage we are considering 50% marks from internals and 50% we are considering from external. So your assessment weightage will be 0.5 and 0.5, 0.5 for internal, 0.5 for external. But let's say you are considering 60-40, 60 for external and 40 for internal, then it will be 0.6 and 0.4. So that is your assessment weightage. It is basically the weightage you are considering for each component. Then it is asking total marks. So if Yes.
Pooja, sorry, I
Sure.
have a doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
One is this CO part which you're talking about,
Mm.
where CO mapping
Mm.
has to be done by the concerned teacher.
Which mapping, ma'am? So this is for the
It is
calculation.
to the left.
Which one here?
CO, no, to the left,
One
which you
second, ma'am.
mentioned CO 1, 2, 3. Here,
This one.
CO
Huh.
1 and see this mapping or matching,
Right.
it has to be done by the concerned faculty.
Yes. So what you can do now, let's say right
Mm.
now all your internal everything is over, external marks also is out. So we are trying to reverse engineer this, right? We are going
Yeah.
to go back and see how it is mapped. Now the best way to do this, now let's say you're considering two components, internal and external. Now let's say internal examination in your paper, let's say there are 10 questions.
So we can't consider cement because it is we are an affiliate.
Oh,
So
sorry, you can.
cement is we are an affiliate institution to
Right.
Bangalore University.
Hmm.
So cement exam is not going to be considered because we don't set the paper also.
So you want
We
to
cannot
consider two
consider
internals?
two internals only.
Okay,
That
no
is the only
problem.
day because affiliate cannot external. I can only do it once I get the results because the question paper is set by the
No, but
university.
your results are not out yet?
No,
Okay, okay. Then,
I will have to wait for 2 to 3 months.
oh, then it is, then
So
external,
for
of
the
course, you
attainment,
cannot,
it will take time.
then, see, if the external results are not out, of course, you cannot consider that component. So for now, you can
Yeah.
consider two internals, no problem.
Mm.
So now,
Yeah.
how do you do this CO1, CO2? How do you do this, right? Because your paper
Mm.
was already set, your internal assessment is corrected already.
Yeah.
Now, what you can
Yeah.
do, you take your question paper. Now, let's say your question paper has 10 questions. Now, out
Mm.
of these 10 questions, approximately maybe 2 questions out of 10 is mapping to CO1, and
Yeah.
maybe 3 questions are mapping to CO2, and maybe
Yeah.
like CO3, CO4, like that. Approximately
Yeah.
out of 10, you need to see how many are mapping to what, and then consider
Mm.
those as CO1,
So
CO2,
what
CO3.
we used to do in the
Hmm.
previous institution, what we used to do is
Hmm.
imagine I have 5 COs.
Hmm.
For the first internals, maybe CO1 and
To
CO4 or CO2 is going to be mapped.
maybe.
At the second internal, the remaining COs because you can't attain all the COs in the one
Absolutely,
internal.
but this
Yeah.
you can only do if you have actually mapped the COs while setting the question paper.
I'll check my
I am
paper.
telling,
Mm.
in case you have not done that, let's say you have not even mapped, you have set the question paper, but you do not know which CO it is mapping to, then we can do
Yeah.
something called an approximation. Usually, in first internal assessment, generally it is CO1, CO2, CO3, or CO1, CO2, CO4, maybe 3 COs.
Mm.
So you
Mm.
can write here approximately what COs it is mapping to. Then for internal assessment to the rest of the COs you can say. So we approximately say out of 10 maybe 20% is CO1, 30% is CO3, something like that.
Mm.
So that is
Yeah.
a accepted method in case the mapping is not done. But if you have actually done the mapping, you know how many CO1, CO2, you can use the
Yeah.
same thing.
Actually, I've done some samples for the last semester. My
Okay.
colleagues helped me in doing it.
Mm.
Some I have done COs as well as RBT levels.
What about the rest of the
Yes.
departments? Everybody has done it?
Yeah, actually, I have taken some samples for the AQR only.
Mm-hmm.
Just to upload it. I've got some samples which, as per the COs and the POs, we try to create COs in the question paper itself. We have a
Okay.
samples
So
as
if
well.
you've actually
So only
done the
that
mapping, then there is no
yeah,
problem. You can directly add this data.
data directly. Okay.
Hmm.
Pooja, I
So,
have one more doubt.
yes, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
I have my very fundamental doubt
Hmm.
now.
Hmm.
As per the discussion done with Simon yesterday,
Hmm.
he told he will show us how to generate course outcomes for
That
each
also I'll
subject.
show you. That also I'll show you, ma'am. Actually,
Prepare
mapping
your
this.
paper, mapping with the
Yes, there
COs.
are there are
Ah,
two
yeah,
steps
correct.
here, ma'am.
That's
One,
what the initial stage. I think this is the last stage, right? Attainment.
ma'am, since right now your internal assessment everything is over, you can do both the steps parallelly. There is no first and
Oh,
second.
okay.
You
Yeah.
can have one team working on generating the CO, another team working on the attainment, because both, see, if we are doing it now, ma'am, like your internal assessment is not done, then yes, your first step would be course outcome, then the attainment. But now that it is already done, you can do it parallelly.
Okay, one more doubt.
Hmm.
Now you are asking us to add like external examination marks.
No, but ma'am
So
said, no.
this COPO attainment, we are
Hmm.
doing it for the 23-24. That is
Right.
what we will be doing attainment only for the final years.
No, not like that, ma'am. See, now ma'am was
All
mentioning
for
that
all the semesters, right?
yes, for all.
For all
Now
the semesters, ma'am, it
Ah,
should
then
be.
all
all the
semester
semester means end semester examination results we have
is
received.
it
Hmm.
is received.
Yeah, we have
But
received.
the problem with the end semester results, Pooja, is we have not done the CO
Yeah, because
because
the
the
question paper
university
is
sets the
not.
paper.
Yeah, right. I understood
Uh,
that. So,
yeah, yeah.
so then you can also consider two internals. No problem.
Okay, okay. That would
Also
be, I
means
think, is the
not to
safer.
consider final.
So,
Means
ma'am,
what are the
what
things we need to consider now? Results are out.
So no, what ma'am is telling, ma'am, even though you consider external, since the question paper is not set by the institution, ma'am was telling that it is impossible to understand what question is
The
mapping to which
CO.
CO.
Yeah, that's
So,
the problem.
so generally
Then
affiliated college,
attainment may be a problem for us because
yeah.
if we
So you can
consider that,
consider two
yeah.
internals also, or in two in one two internals, one extra like seminar, some other component internship if you want. That also can be done. You can decide that
Yeah.
internally, ma'am. Two internals is also okay.
Yeah.
So only
So it will
internal
also be
question we can
safer,
consider.
right?
Sorry, ma'am.
Pooja, it will be safer if we do that because in some exams,
Yeah. So
COs are not
mapping,
very
you
well
might not
defined with
be
us.
aware. Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
You can do two
That's what even
internals, no
Suman
problem.
talked about it yesterday. He
Right.
also said it is to be safer to do for internals
Yeah,
because where you
generally
have a
for
control on it.
affiliated colleges, since you do not have control over externals, you can do two
Yeah, correct.
internals, no problem.
Yeah.
So, Nikita ma'am, to answer your question, two internals is fine.
Yes, yes. Okay.
And here, once you have added the assessment weightage and total marks, this percentage column will be calculated automatically. Just click on this calculate button. It will calculate the attainment percentage here based on the
Okay.
marks added. So this is automatic. So for each component, so if you have two components, you have to add the student list two times, one for each component. So for each of that, it will calculate the attainment. This you can export it and upload it for AQAR. Now the last step in attainment is something called level calculation. Here if you see
Yeah.
levels, this level has to be decided. So here we have given level 3 is between 100 to that is 70 to 100. Then we have level 2 60 to 69. So you cannot have see here, you once you add this, let me say, okay, CO1 what we have given, level 0 is 1 to 39, then level 1 is 40 to 59. That means this is the attainment percentage value. So any attainment percentage between 1 to 39 we call it level 0, then between attainment percentage 40 to 59. So here what will happen, initially first semester they might be at level 0 or level 1, gradually when they come to the final semester they should have attained 2 or 3. So that is the objective. So this level, there is again no hard and fast rule. You can decide what the levels can be. You can have only three levels, no problem, 1, 2 and 3. So that's okay. So because see 70 to 100 level 3 achieving is very difficult. So you need not even make it till 100. So if you start from level 1, then between 70 to 80 or 90 can be level 3. That you can decide based on, you know how the students perform, how they are scoring. So based on that, this level can be decided. So for each CO, if there are,
Sorry, just one small doubt I have.
yes.
See, university given us a different criteria for pass percentages, first class, second class.
Right.
Can that be the
No.
threshold value,
It
minimum
cannot
and
be.
maximum?
It
Yeah.
cannot be, ma'am, because this is based on the attainment percentage, not based on your marks. So if you see in the previous step, this percentage that is getting calculated, right? Here, this
Yeah.
is what is considered for levels.
Hmm.
So based on, so once you do this step, you export it to Excel. You can export this and you see what are the levels that are coming. If nobody is crossing, let's say 80 or 90, you know that your level cannot be 100. 70 to 100 will be more. So nobody is crossing 70. That means level 3 attaining is very high. So you can alter your levels based on the percentage. So the goal here is to go from level 0 to the maximum at by the time they finish graduation. So this cannot happen overnight, like it cannot happen in
Yeah.
first semester. It will gradually increase, the level will increase.
So the what I understood is once a student of the first year, it's okay to have a higher percentage of level 1. A second year can have
No,
1 and
no,
2,
no,
and
no,
a
no,
final
no,
year
no.
should be able to
Do
show.
not change the levels semester wise. You set the levels. See,
Okay.
this, so over a period of 3 years before graduation, this same level has to be attained. You cannot change the
Okay.
levels every year. So if you
Hmm,
set this as your level, or let's say instead of
hmm,
100, you make this, let's say 80, right?
hmm.
Now this is set. This is your level.
Okay.
Now, by the time they graduate, they should go from level 0 to level 3 or level 1 to level 3. Your target is to go to level 3.
Hmm.
So, whatever levels you set here, essentially that shouldn't be changed.
Hmm, hmm.
So,
Okay.
then once you have set these levels, you can go here and click on level status and then click on refresh. So, depending on what is your attainment percentage calculation, it will tell you for each CO what are the levels.
Hmm, hmm.
So this also can be exported and submitted. So you can set the levels once your attainment percentage is calculated in the portal. Once we finish this step here, where you click on calculate and this attainment percentage is calculated, after this you set your, see, if you see here, there is 22 and all. This is just a dummy data, but still you can see 22.5. So that means your attainment percentage is 22.5 for CO1. So you know that it maybe this can be level 1, I think, something like that. 0 to 20 can be level 0. Then
Is there
21.
any condition that, for example, a particular course has got 5 COs,
Mm.
the weightage of those 5 COs should be equal to 100%? Nothing like that.
No, essentially, yes. If it is 5 CO, the total will be, ma'am. So, see, if
Yeah.
see, once you do this, this percentage will be calculated based on how you have distributed the COs only.
COs accordingly.
That you
Okay.
don't have to worry. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about if this calculation is correct. What you need to make sure it is correct is your weightage. So your weightage when you're distributing, it has to be equal to 10. The two, if you're distributing it in 3,
Okay,
the
okay.
3
Weightage
equals,
is 10.
correct.
That is how you in that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Pooja, one more doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
So if we have 6 COs,
Huh.
threshold value will be set for each COs. The threshold value will be different for
No,
each COs.
no. So when we see here, when you're clicking on your,
Because you have given different values
correct,
for each
correct,
COs.
correct. So, ma'am, when you click on the marks here, this is for a particular paper. For each paper, you can set the threshold value. Here, ma'am, it is per paper.
Okay.
So let's say first semester paper 1, here you can say the threshold out of 50, my threshold marks is, let's say, 10. So any student who has scored more than 10, their attainment will be considered here in the student list when you're adding. Where is that? One second. Yeah. So here you're adding the student details, right? So whatever threshold you are giving there in your Excel sheet, marks obtained, if my threshold is 10, in Excel if you add student who has scored 7, that will not be uploaded. It will not be considered for attainment. So that is basically like your cutoff marks. So
Yes.
if my threshold, so since it is per paper, after you set the threshold and you upload the Excel, any row that has the marks less than your threshold will not be uploaded here for attainment calculation.
Yes, that I got it.
So it is per paper. It is
For
for
each COs, the threshold value remains the same.
no. So when you're doing, correct. It will remain the same for each all COs for that paper. Yes.
Okay. In your table, I saw different threshold value for different
No,
COs.
that is after uploading, ma'am. That is
After
so after uploading, and the paper might be different. Here when you upload the
Okay,
mark,
paper might be different.
because once you upload, everything is displayed in a single table only. That is why.
Okay.
But when you're considering threshold, it is per paper, and for all COs for that paper, threshold will remain the same. And I will send you a manual also, ma'am, for this COPO attainment uploading to the portal. There is a manual I'll share with you. So basically, these are the steps. Step 1, adding the subjects. Step 2, adding the marks. Step 3, adding the components and the weightage and clicking on calculate. Then your percentage will come. This percentage is calculated. and then you click on levels, you define your levels, then click on level status. If nothing is being displayed in your level status, if it is blank like this, that means either that level was not achieved or you have made a mistake in defining the level. So when you're defining the levels, so when you're adding, you might have used the convention uppercase C, uppercase O1. But here you might say C, like let's say lowercase c and lowercase o. It will not consider, it will not map. It has to match throughout. So your convention is uppercase C, uppercase O, and then the number. So this convention has to be maintained when you're adding the data, even in the Excel sheet, marks, when you're adding the subject details, everywhere the convention of the COs should be maintained. So this is how you do the calculation, attainment calculation. Now, for like I said, I will share the manual for this, and please try it. The other one, the COs. So let us see how you can generate the course outcome. Now, the same step, instead of selecting the second option, you scroll further and you select this option called course outcome. This is again for each paper. Now here, let us open a syllabus. I had kept it open. See, this is your syllabus for computer science, BCA. Now here, let us say we should pick up some keywords. Growth of computer networking. Then I will paste it. Whatever are your important keywords in your syllabus, you can choose those.
Can we just put the module title itself?
You can, ma'am, but I would say if the subtopics are more relevant, you put that.
Relevant.
Yes.
Okay.
So then it will be much more detailed. So you separate it with a comma. So just an example. So I'll put it in the relevant place only. Data structures. Yes. Okay. Now once you have your keywords ready, so you pick up keywords from every unit, so that we are covering everything, like and then you click on this generate through AI. So it will give you this file.
Yeah, Pooja, sorry. If you go back to the syllabus of Bangalore University, yeah, I'll tell you, why. If you go back, they would have given a course outcome.
Yes, ma'am. What has happened? This COs, the course outcome, whatever is given by Bangalore University, there has been a change in the terminologies for Bloom's taxonomy very recently, couple of months back.
RBT.
Yes. So that has not been incorporated yet. So, and this was identified by a few peer team, when they have gone for peer team visits for some colleges. So you retain that. Of course, whatever Bangalore University has given, you have to follow that. You need to keep it since you're an affiliated college. But the department also has the autonomy to generate its own course outcomes and outcome, and keep it ready. In case they say that, have you done it according to latest Bloom's taxonomy, you should have the document with you.
Document to do that.
Yes. So here, if you see, these are the keywords. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, create. So these terms should be there in your course outcome. So this you can just keep it, print it and keep it available for each paper, and you should be good to go. So all you have to do is pick up the keywords. The mapping and other things, actual generation of the outcomes with proper keywords, it will do. The portal will do it for you.
It doesn't have any limitations on how many it creates. It creates on its own based on the keywords.
Yeah, you can put as many keywords, ma'am. There is no limitation to that.
Okay. But it will give you a 6 to 10 course outcomes? Any minimum number we'll have to put?
No, nothing like that, ma'am. So there are 6 here. These 6 are essential.
Okay.
So it will give it for all 6. Yes.
Okay.
So these are the steps that you can follow, and like I said, I will share